Alright guys, it's Kiaguyjoe here, back with another video. As you guys can see here, this is the new Kia Carnival. If you guys remember, this used to be the Kia Sedona, which is this model. But this is the new Kia Carnival. Put on my mask. See, I press the button on the door automatically opens. And this thing has a lot of space inside. This is not the top trim. This is just the SX, which is the step below the top trim, which is the SX Prestige. So with that being said, this one is missing the double sunroof. You know, one will be right here, I believe, and another one will be in the back, and they both open. Because as you can see, this one has the screens in the back. This one, I believe you can get this in a lot of configurations. Like this one, you can get it with the middle seat removed, so it can be captain's chairs, and it would be it would scoot up, and then you will actually have another row behind here, and then you will have another row behind there that would eat up the cargo space. So that would give you, I believe you can fit it like a 9-person seat, I believe. But I think this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-person configuration in the back, and of course 2 in the front. But if it were me, I would get the one with this seat removed, because sitting back here like this, if it really feels like, you know, you are in a good space. I'm gonna hop into the back. So Kia does it in the weird way. I believe you have to, yeah, and then the seat slides up. Honestly, it's a good amount of space. I didn't think it would be that much space, judging by the videos I saw, but it's a good amount of space. Hopping into the back, and the seat tracks right here, they come all the way back, so that's a good ways. This is definitely not a place for, I would say, grown people. I mean, it is comfortable, I'm not gonna lie, it's comfortable. You got manual sunshades for your rear. You got 2 USB ports on either side and cup holders on either side. Hard touch plastics, not to be, you know, not a surprise. Seat belts on the roof, they come from the ceiling. Incandescent lighting. I'm surprised to see that. I thought it would be LED, but it's incandescent, and this is the SX. I believe it'll probably be LEDs in the SX Prestige. I believe this is the voice monitoring or the voice system thing that they have, where you can control it from the front. If you have kids in the back and they're, you know, acting bad, as the driver, you could, I believe it's called driver talk or something like that, and you can, it's pretty much like an intercom system. And this doubles, which is pretty cool. I believe this doubles. I believe you can push this down, and then this will be the cup holders for the front 2 seats. So you don't have to have, I believe this you can remove this too. Yeah, this is removable, so you can take that out, and then you can technically have just captain's chairs and 3 seats in the back. So that's pretty cool. Let's check out the space in the back. But first of all, guys, let's go to the rear. Let's talk about this rear. I would say that the rear is a little polarizing to me. It would be a shame if this is not a full LED system. I haven't tried yet. I haven't turned the vehicle on yet, so I don't know. But it looks like, of course, there's a light bar, but I'm not sure if it's a full LED. And you know, Kia Hyundai, they still put the turn indicators on the bumper here. They're not LED, they're also incandescent. That's also something I don't like. I wish Kia and Hyundai will stop doing that. They need to go back to integrating it into the actual tail light module, especially if they're not going to make it LED. I don't know how this passes regulations for being so low, because I'm not sure how many people are going to be looking this low for your turn signal. That's just me. I'm not sure. Biggest thing right here is the new Kia logo. You got the backup camera right there. Yep. Windshield wipers are hidden underneath the rear spoiler, if you want to call it that. And the name Carnival spelled out. There's no SX badge. This is an SS, but there's no SX badge. They usually put it on the opposite side of the name of the vehicle. You can get this vehicle configured with two captain chairs, or the captain chairs in the middle seat, the 3 rear, and then I believe they fit one back here, and I think that would eat up all the space that's back here. I don't think you will have any space unless you just fold it down. Now these seats right here, I'm not going to demonstrate it because I don't have much time, but these seats do fold down into this floor. So if I was to remove this stuff, hold this latch right here, it would fold down into the floor and it would be completely flat back here. I believe right here, I'm not sure how much cubic footage this is right here, but once you fold these seats right here down, it'll be completely flat and it'll give you a lot more room. Now Kia doesn't put anything special back here like a vacuum like Honda does or anything. They give you a 115 volt and a 12 volt sockets. But look at just look at the space. That is a lot of space. I don't have a family, but if I did, probably 2 or 3 kids, I'd definitely probably get this vehicle. This would be a good vehicle for my cousin. He has 4 kids. But I'm not sure how he feels about having a minivan. Gonna hop into the passenger's driver's seat, or passenger seat, not passenger's driver's seat. Very solid sounding thunk when I close the door. And just look at the space, or just look at the view from the back, or from the front to the back. That's a lot of space. Alright, so up in the front we have, I don't think this is leather. It's probably like a injection molded plastic, but it feels good. This thing gets hot in the sun. This thing is hot. Oof. Not real stitching right here. Faux wood, but it kind of looks like wood, and it feels good. It feels a little, not dusty, but it feels good. You have your air vents, like how Kia does that. It's pretty cool. Piano black plastic. Places where people are going to touch. Kia Hyundai needs to stop doing that. They need to not put this stuff, the black plastic, shiny black plastic, in places that you're going to touch. Like, people are going to rest their arm here. Why would you put this? Why would you put this here? Like, why not make this like in aluminum trim, or just leather, Like, people are going to constantly put their hands and arms here. This stuff is going to get dusty, and a lot of people don't like to take care of their cars, and then that's why they don't last. But this stuff, I just don't like the piano black plastic. They need to really stop that. They got it all on here. plastic, aluminum painted. Well, it's not aluminum. It's, you know, this looks like aluminum, just painted. Glove box here is damped, but not lined with felt. All the paperwork. This vehicle just came in like last week. They already sold one apparently. They had two of them. They had a gray one and this white one, but they sold the other one already. So these things are going up a lot. As you know, as soon as they get them in, apparently. They don't order much of them because they're not that popular. But once they do get them in, they sell. Well, before we get to the driver's seat, let's talk about this front grille. Okay. So I'm not sure yet because I haven't turned on the vehicle yet. But I believe this one has full LEDs. This right here is your low beam, and then Kia, they separate it. They put the high beam over here. This right here will be your turn signal as well, and this is the LED light strip. As I said again, this is not the SX Prestige, so I'm not sure if this is LED with this LED light strip as well, because on the SX Prestige, when this turns on, it's a switchback LED, so it's white, and then once you turn on the turn signal, it turns to amber, and this whole module right here turns on. But I'm not sure if in this model, if you turn it on, that this light portion right here is not going to be LED. It looks like it's going to be incandescent, but we'll have to see. You have functional air curtains right here. Functional. And then LED fog lights on the bottom. I've seen a few videos where people said they're not sure how easy this is going to be cleaned, how easy this is going to be to be cleaned, because this is open-ended right here. You can probably get a lot of bugs in here, depending on where you live. You can get bugs all in here. In this grill, you're going to get bugs all in that. So it's going to get pretty messy. And then it's a lot of just shiny metal look trim that's not real metal or aluminum, just shiny plastics. I think, again, this is not the top model, so I'm not going to really fault Kia for that, but I mean, go big or go home, you know? Front camera, radar system at the bottom. So again, guys, a lot of shiny plastics, not real aluminum or metal. This is an LED strip. I'm not sure if this is LED as well or incandescent. We're just gonna have to see. I'm not even sure if the headlights are LED, so I'm not gonna say they're LED until I turn them on. All right, hopping into the driver's seat. I actually have a nice commanding view of the road. You're not sitting too high, too low. You're not sitting crossover SUV-like height either. So this isn't bad. I have a lot of space. I'm not that big, but I have space, and I'm comfortable enough to actually just like sit like this, or if I wanted to raise the seat and then back it up, you know, I'm comfortable. They're also power adjusted, as you guys can see. All right, more of this shiny black plastic. This is soft touch leather or injection molded plastic. I'm not sure, but this is, yeah, this is padded leather right here. This is soft touch injection molded leather. More of this annoying piano black plastic trim. Kia, please, Kia Hyundai, please stop doing this. This is not a fad. This is not something that a lot of people like. At least I don't like. Especially if you're OCD and you like to keep things clean. Have two-person memory seating for a driver's seat. I'm not sure if it's one touch for all four. We'll have to see in a minute. You have a dimming system to illumination for the dash and the for the entertainment system. New Kia logo in the middle. It looks more like a Kia logo when it's on the steering wheel, but when it's on the actual vehicle, it just looks like a KIN. You know, it's hard to unsee. I think they need not to have connected the I and the A. You know, I think they need to separate that. They could keep the K and the I together, but separate the I and A to actually make it look like Kia. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with that. Phone controls, volume controls on the steering wheel, cruise control, steering assist. This keeps the distance between you and the car above you. You can change that in 3 settings. More of piano black plastic on the steering wheel where you're gonna have your hands. Come on. Center armrest right here. It's pretty deep. All right. Then you have your traditional gear change right here. I know most manufacturers are going to a push button system or, you know, a piano system. You know, everybody's trying to do something different nowadays. Heated and cooled seats in the front. I'm not sure if the rear has the same. Nope, the rear does not have heated or cooled seats. It might have heated, I'm not sure. But I also do know in some models they do have heated and cooled for the back seat. You can't even get that in Chevy or Chrysler or Honda or something like that. All right, you have your parking assist, and then this is for your camera views, auto hold, electronic parking brake, and your drive modes. 2 cup holders in the front. You have Qi wireless charging, 2 USB ports, and I believe that's the USB-C, or 3 USB ports if I'm correct. Alright, more piano black plastic where you're going to touch, because you're going to have to touch to turn on the AC, turn it down, because this is touch sensitive, or it can be. I believe this is a controller temperature. Yeah, that's the controller temperature, hot, cold, AC on, off, your rear climate, you know, and also the rear climate controls are right there. So I believe it's tri-zone climate control, maybe dual zone. I might be wrong. It's map lights. I know in the K5 you can touch this and it'll come on, but you can't do that in this Carnival. In this model, I believe. You probably can do it in the SX Prestige, but this is just the SX. So you have to push a light. And it's not LED, it's incandescent. So that doesn't really surprise me, being that the rear has incandescent lights. And this to control all the lights right here. And it's for the UVO system. This is for opening and closing the doors, I believe. And it does not. Oh, that's for the door lights, okay. There should be a switch where you can close the door. Oh yes, there is. So this is the switch to close the door. You have to hold it to close the door, unfortunately. So that's the switches to open and close the door. And let's talk about this gauge cluster real quick, because this is the SX model. This is not the SX Prestige. So they do not have digital gauge clusters in this model. I believe all the Korean specs have them, but not in this SX model. So you have regular gauge clusters. I believe that's a minor tidbit for the for this Carnival, because most people aren't going to go for the SX Prestige, because most people really don't care about having a digital gauge cluster. But it would be nice to have if they wanted it, you know, or if they didn't want it, it'd just be nice to have. Okay. And then you have I believe this is a 12 and a quarter or 10 and a quarter entertainment system. Yeah, I don't have the keys on me, so it's not going to turn on. But yeah, this is Kia's newest, probably not their newest system, but of course their biggest size right here. As you can see, it goes all the way around, and this thing is going to get really hot in the sun, the way that they angle it. So I hope there's some type of system to keep the system itself cool, you know. This thing, ooh, that's going to get hot. I have to go get the keys. I really want to see what this is like on the when you turn it on. Oh, also guys, so this is, like I said earlier, this is missing the dual pane sunroof. So there, one would be right here, and then another one would be in the back for the rear passengers. I believe the one that's in the front will reach all the way to the middle, to this middle portion right here, and this will push this back, remove these lights, or this will remove this remove this entirely, or it will just be right here, I'm not sure. And then there's another piece that will go in the back for the rear passengers, which would also open separately. So that's pretty cool, because you don't see that in other vans like the Honda Odyssey, the Chrysler Pacifica, and the Toyota product. I'm not sure, I can't remember the name of the Toyota product, but you don't get that in those models. This one, I believe, just has a regular sound system. It doesn't have a Bose or any type of Harman Kardon, and it's just regular. At least there's no badging to say what it is, so I believe it's just a regular stereo system. I'm not sure how it sounds, but I'm pretty sure it would sound pretty good, hopefully. This one has gas in it, 136 miles, so hell, if I wanted to drive it, they said they'll let me, so. Okay. Oh, and this one also has the walk-in device where you could control the movement or the distance of this front passenger seat. I saw some reviews where people say they didn't like it because if you're in the rear, you shouldn't be able to control this person's seat. But the caveat to that is, if no one is sitting here and somebody wants to sit back here, then yes, they could scoot it all the way up as far as they wanted to, as far as they can, to get as much space as they wanted to, and enjoy these nice screens that they have back here, which are loaded with YouTube and I believe Netflix. They're preloaded with that. So with that being said, there's people looking at this van, so people are looking at this vehicle. You think I can start it up? Yeah, I just want to start it. I'm probably not going to be the driver because I know they probably want to look at it, but I don't want to. I just want to kind of start it up. Okay, guys. So I was correct. It does have LED headlights, as you can see, LED. Let's turn on the turn signals to see if I was right on that as well. So not on this model, guys. So on this model, the SX, this portion would just turn on and it would be incandescent turn signal. But on the SX Prestige, this whole module would turn on. So let's take a look at the rear lights. It looks like incandescent back here as well, but I'm pretty sure on the SX Prestige, this will be all LED, and then it'll be kind of like a piano, like for the whole rear tail light. And as I said at the bottom, no surprise, incandescent turn signal. Okay, here comes this is what I really wanted to talk about. I'll turn this air off because no point in having that on. It looks, don't really like all this purple. I don't believe this is interchangeable as far as the color theme. I hope Kia updates this tune to where they could actually have different colors. It does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's not wireless though, because I believe this is a bigger screen, so it won't be wireless. I believe in smaller screens it will be wireless, just like the K5. So that's what it looks like when it's on, guys. Got a couple people, so they want to take a look at it. They can go ahead and take a look at it.
Yeah, I think they want to test drive.
Yeah, they want to test drive it? Okay. Yeah, these things are coming on a lot and they're going pretty fast. Like I said, they had one model on this lot, a gray one, and it sold. This white one will probably sell within this week. And then at another dealership they had one too, and that one also sold. So I mean, as soon as they get them, they don't get a lot, but when they do, they actually sell. Alright guys, this is the new 2021 Kia Carnival, or 2022 Kia Carnival. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Again, this is Kiaguyjoe. I'll be back with more videos. Stay tuned. Peace.